myself, Amarjeet Singh. Okay, most of you people are from this faculty. And should we start any lecture? They have provided me some extraction techniques and some value addition of pharmaceutical products, what they are having. So how many of you are related with the plants? How many plants you are taking on the daily basis? Can anyone tell me? Because we are talking here about the plants. How many plants you need on the daily basis? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, 20. How many? So how many plants? Give me the answer. How many plants? 5, 6 plants. Okay. Now somebody is telling 5, 6. You are telling how many plants you are? 5, 6, 9, 10, 11. Okay. No, that's not the answer. We are totally dependent on the plants. From morning to evening, you can count the number of the plants. The food which you are taking is directly from the plants. The spices which we are using, they are directly from the plants. The whatever the bedding you are taking, the cotton is coming from the plants. You are on the bed, the wood is from the plants. The clothes we wear, they come from the plants. So there are n number of the plants which we are using from a daily life. So we are directly related with the plants. So plants are very much important to us. Okay. So this is not the case that the way we are taking the plants not only for the medicinal purpose but for the other purposes also. Okay. So how we can say that this plant is a medicinal plant and this plant is not a medicinal plant? Is there any case? No. Every plant is having the medicinal value.
Yes, sir.
But the exploration is still late. We have not explored that. Otherwise, every plant is having the medicinal value. If we talk about, I will come directly on to this, then we will discuss something in a friendly manner. We will discuss, here we can say that need of the value addition. Why we needed that? What is the value addition? Value addition, somebody has given you the value addition. What is the value addition? How you understood that? What is the value addition? To give the final shape to a product. Final shape, we cannot say the final shape. It can be the value addition, can be a many things. It's not the giving the final shape to the product in one way. No. The value addition starts from the low level value addition to high level value addition. If we talk about the decreasing the bulk of the plant, when you're decreasing the bulk of the plants, then you can say that it's a value addition. From the village level, where you don't have any equipments, you don't have any lab, the value addition starts from there. If you are collecting for example, these medicinal and aromatic plants, and you are able to identify that these are the roots, this is the shoot portion, and this is the other portion. You are extracting, you are differentiating between the roots, and you are cutting down the roots because you know that the alkaloids are present. If you know that the alkaloids are present in the roots, the market value is only for the roots, and you are only extracting the roots, then it's a value addition. If you don't know that which pot is used, you are doing nothing value addition. You are not doing the value addition of that. Can anyone take you the simple example is we are taking the rice. We are taking the rice, but rice is a plant. Imagine that if we don't know that what the rice is, whether we have to take the rice only the food, or we have to take it with the grass also. On the plate you will find a bulk of the things. You will find the grass, you will find the rice, you will find the other things. But when you are value adding the product, you are only taking the which one? The grains only. The grains, then you are taking these grains into the machine and you are extracting the, for example, rice from that, and that white rice comes on your plate after making that. That is the value addition from, it starts from the low level to the high level. Now the low level is that you are identifying the plant, it's good. Your identification is, the identity of the plant is very much important. When you are identifying some plant, then half is done. That I have identified this plant, I am not taking the wrong one to the industry, I am not taking the wrong one to the patient. The main thing is that we know that this is the plant. There are a number of the cases where the duplicacy is there. Okay, the roots, when you harvest the root of the plant and you dried that, it is very much impossible you to identify the root of the plant, which plant is having this root and which plant is having this root. So it becomes very impossible for that. The first thing is that if your identification is good, then you can identify this plant is this Ashoka. The common name is misbehaving of the common names. Somebody will tell you that this is the Ashoka, other people will call this plant also Ashoka. The plant is different, they call it Ashoka. Now the things have been changed that the company will ask you, we want the Ashoka, but the two people will bring the Ashoka on a different plants will come, that they are calling it Ashoka, they are calling it Saraka. Saraka is Ashoka and Polynesia longifolia is Ashoka. Both the plants are called as Ashoka. But the medicinal value is only in one case. It's not in the two cases, it's only in one cases where the Polynesia longifolia is not having the medicinal value. Only the Saraka Ashoka is having the medicinal value. So this identification becomes very much important when we talk about the value addition. Then you are segregating the things. When you are segregating the things, this is impurity, this is pure one, then you are doing some value addition. Okay, you know that by adding the value addition, we will fetch the good price of that product. How we can say that earlier these pulses were available in the in some जिसमें हम बोलते हैं बोरियों में मिलते हैं. Okay, now these pulses are in the packets. You can see that the price of the packet and the price of the open pulses. The open pulse is not costlier than the packet one is costlier than. What happened to that? Because we have it is not only that we have packed the material into this packet. No, they have done something for that. They have treated some pulses with the anti-insecticides, one thing. Then they have done one thing, that they have जिसको हम बोलते हैं, they have segregated the older one and some diseased and some D3 pulses, and they have only packed some special pulses on that. Then they have done this there. Well, otherwise वो काम किसने करना था? हम लोगों ने घर में जाके करना था. वहाँ पर segregation करनी थी कि हमें अच्छा कौन सा है और कीड़े वाला कौन सा है. They have done some sort of value addition and they are taking the money from the you people of that value addition. What is value addition? The physical segregation of an agriculture commodity. I am not going to going with this. Simple added products can be higher the maximum income. Problems. What are the problems in this processing of the medicinal plant? The poor harvesting and post-harvest practices. Poor harvesting is the problem. Poor harvesting, how we can say that poor harvesting? If you take the example of this any plant which is having the maturity indices, when it is mature, when you don't know the maturity of the plant, for example, we take the number of the plants which are here in Kashmir Valley, where we are having the maturity is comes after the 3 years. That in case of the Valeriana jatamansi, in case of the Susuria costus, in case of the Acorus calamus, number of the plants are there where the maturity comes after, we have to harvest the crop after 3 years. Because after 3 years, the alkaloids which are very much beneficial for extracting these alkaloids from that plant comes after 3 years. You will not find these alkaloids in 1 year crop, in 2 year crop. They come in the 3rd year. So the maturity index is very big. If you are extracting the plant in the 1st year, what will happen? That you will make the medicine, you will have the product, you will get the roots of that plant, but the medicine you made, it will not work on the patient. That is why the people say that this allelopathy, homeopathy, they are not working. No, this is not the case. One thing is that the duplicacy is there. The plant you are taking is not that plant which is mentioned in the pharmacopoeia for ailment of this disease. Second thing is that the plant is extracted from the, as we know that we in India still we are dependent on the forests, because 80 to 85% plants are still extracted from the forest, still collected from the forest. Only 15% are cultivated. When the cultivation, the number of the plant species are cultivated very less, 15%. 85 still we are cultivated, extracted from the or collecting from the forest. Then it becomes very much important that at which time we are going to harvest the plant. You are giving the contract to the persons. Okay, this banana, we are having the quote here, you can go and extract this plant. He is not bothered that I will collect only the third year plant. He is bothered about the quantity. He is bothered about the quantity, how much quantity I will extract, I will get this much of the money. Okay, so he is not bothered about your time here. He is not bothered about this crop should be harvested after 2 years. He is bothered about his quantity. I am getting 50 kg, I will get this much of the money. The plant material comes directly to you, and then you can it goes to the channel, to the deep into the industries, and industries make the products, for example the medicines or something that, but it doesn't work because the plant materials have not been collected at that maturity level. The main thing is that it is the poor harvesting. Then we can say that in case of the lavandula angustifolia, how many lavenders are there? We are cultivating here 2 lavender. Which one? Which one? Intermediate. Why it's called as an intermediate? Why hybrid? Which crop hybrid? Which one is the good quality? The angustifolia is good quality, but the hybrid, why it is called as hybrid? The 2 species are there. One is the angustifolia and the second one is the latifolia. Lavandula latifolia. The latifolia is having the broad leaves. Okay, and the second one is your angustifolia. The latifolia and angustifolia, when it happened naturally that the hybrid came into existence. It happened naturally in the Europe. It happened naturally that the intermedia and the angustifolia hybrid, they made the hybrid that is called as the intermediate between the angustifolia and the latifolia. That is called the intermediate, and this is all known as, this is called as the hybrid also. Latifolia, and the latifolia is having the broad leaves and the angustifolia is having the spike length more. Spike length is more there. Okay, then your hybrid will be there, but the case with the quality of the product, the quality is poor as compared to angustifolia, but the production is high. In case of this hybrid or intermediate, the production is high. Now I was talking about this collection, this lavender. If you talk about the lavender, when the lavender should be harvested? The lavender, it is also having the maturity indices. They should be harvested when the flowers are about to open, not fully open. They are about to open. You will find the maximum quantity of the oil in that state. At that stage, they are about to open, not fully open. When you if you harvest fully open flowers, you will not find any essential oil content. Will be less. So they should be harvested when they are about to open. This is the maturity indices. This is the case with all these medicinal plants. If you talk about the Valeriana jetamansi, they should be harvested in the autumn and they should be harvested after 3 years. In case of Susuria costus, it should be harvested after 3 years. Okay, so post-harvest practices. If we are talking about this biomass, if you are interested in the biomass, if you are interested in the biomass, for example, the mint, what is the official part of the mint? The leaves. Okay, if you are taking the leaves, but you are not washing them in a proper, the WHO has given the instruction that the material should be washed in 16 tubs. WHO is asking for this material should be washed in the 16 tubs. Then you can dry up these on the wire meshes. then there should be no moisture content in that. If the moisture content will be high, then your material will be deteriorated while storing. So the storage conditions are not good. If you are not storing in the proper conditions, you are not bringing the moisture content level below that threshold level, then the material will deteriorate. Okay, so these are the lack of current good manufacturing practices. We are having the lack. We are a poor quality control procedures, lack of facilities of these equipments, and the access to the technology and marketing. Then we are having the biomass, the primary raw material, single botanically designated species. I was earlier asking you that it should be a single species. The material should be from the single species. Okay, it should not be related to the another species. Your identification should be very much high. It should not be poor. You should know exactly that it is good. What identify you, that gives you the authentication that this is the good. Okay, then the should be free from the extraneous abatement matters. There should not be any matter with your material. It should be disease free. Minimum specified acceptance concentration of the chemicals. Metal and pesticide residue should be low. When you are dealing with these medicinal plants, you will not think about the application of these pesticides or any insecticide, because we are dealing with the medicine. Okay, so we should grow these medicine and aromatic plants in an organic manner. Maximum quantity of the organic matter. Then these are the low level value addition, where you are cutting, drying and packing or grading. Your different grades will be there, the size of the root, then you can say this is the grading. Then powdering, if you are doing the powdering, and the organically grown herbs. This is the value addition, growing the herbs in organically. Now this value addition doesn't need any equipment. This can be done in the village level, because you don't need any equipment for this grading. You don't need any equipment for the powdering. Just you can make the powder of the things, and cutting, drying and packing, you don't need much sophisticated equipments. This can be done at a low level. When these things you will do, you will fetch the higher price for your product. Then we are having the high level value addition, when you are bringing it to the lower cost, lower level. Your herbal extract, you are taking the herbal extract from these herbs, or your formulation, phytochemicals and consumer products. If you are making these products consumer directly to you, from you to consumer, then this is called as the high level value addition. When you are extracting something. Okay, when you say that if anyone wants to do the cultivation of the lavender and he wants to sell the lavender as a crop, but it is harvested, one thing will happen, the material will reach to the consumer level of somebody's factory. After some period of time, one thing will happen, it will deteriorate. Second thing is that the low oil content. Okay, the third thing is that you need the bulk material. Your material will be in bulk. Then the value addition starts, that I am cutting there, I am extracting only flowers, then I am doing the distillation. If we are doing the distillation, then we are having this 1 liter of the oil. That 1 liter of oil doesn't need any transportation charges. That doesn't need you to take into the truck. You can take in your hand 1 liter of the oil, 2 liter of oil, 20 liters of the oil in 1 hectare. If you are getting the 20 liters, doesn't need any much your resources. Then these low level value addition, it can be leveled in the unskilled laborers and these rural people. I will not take much of the time. And the schematic diagram, this is the schematic diagram of these how this value addition is done. And this is not, for example, this is the certified good quality seeds. If you are doing for the seed production, then this is the one area where you can think about that seed production. Then certified good seed years, for example, this Shweta name is there, that the opium poppy, the morphine content is this much. If you know that the morphine content of this opium poppy is this much, and it is on the brand name of the Shweta, then you can purchase directly from this. Okay, plant parts containing specified concentration active principles of the chemical. You should know that which part is used, because the leaf, bark and root and seeds, if you are selling those products on different roots, seeds, and this, you have to make sure that this pot contains this much of the active ingredient. Then this grading, if we talk about the grading, the A grade is when you are having the root pieces up to 7 centimeters. Up to 7 centimeters in length, when these roots should be solid and with 1 to 1.15 centimeter diameter, then you can say the material which I am going to produce is A grade. If these specifications are present, then you can say this material is of B grade, and if you are having these grades, then you can say our material is C grade material. Okay, so this depends upon the size of their root system. Then we are having some powders where you can have these powders. For example, this is the kalmeg powder. Kalmeg powder is made. Kalmeg is a crop itself. The plant is there. They make the kalmeg powder, and you can say this. This is the isabgul husk. Isabgul. You know the plantago. Why this is very much important? Plantago. India is #1 in exporting this isabgul husk. Isabgul. This you can find in our departmental store. Isabgul is there. India is #1 in this production of this species. Isabgul in our country. Why? Because these Western countries, they are having the problem of taking these. They are taking much of the junk food. When they are taking much of the junk food, they are having the problem of constipation. When the constipation is there, then you can say that there are number of these medicines present in the market. For example, pickling is there, or any other material which can lose your lose करके भी एक market में आता है. Number of the products. But the problem with that, those medicines is that you cannot take it a longer time. Okay, you cannot take. They are having the side effect. First thing is that they are having the side effect. Second thing is that you cannot take it for a longer time. It will create a habitual to you. Without taking this, you cannot go into the washroom. And the problem with the Western country is that they are taking much of these junk foods. Okay, this problem is chronic there. So they have decided India is having the one product, their Indian product, that is the isabgul husk. It is laxative and it is a plant origin. By taking this as a food, we don't have any side effect. We don't have any side effect taking it for a longer period of time. That is why the cultivation of this crop is very much high in India. Madhya Pradesh is #1 in cultivation of this species, and India is #1 in exporting. 3-4 crops we are exporting only. 3 to 4 from India exporting, and this is the at #1. This is a This kalmeg is having the problem. They take this as a fever. When we are having the fever, then they take this kalmeg as a. Then we are having the herbal teas. China is at #1. They are having the 500 types of the teas. They have made the number of 500 tables. Why you are not adopting this? Why we are not adopting this? What we are taking the noon chai. Noon chai is also a plant origin. This is simply the leaves. What you are taking these brook and other red label and this is also a plant origin. Then these are also a plant origin. Somebody will tell you, oh no, this is not a chai. Chai, what the chai? This is not chai. Why this is not chai? This is also a plant from the plant origin. When noon chai is plant origin, why from this? Okay, so we have to be thick. In many countries, the people don't take this tea with milk. They don't consider it as a good for their health. They take it as a black tea. They comes under the black tea. Many countries, in Western countries, they are having some problem of taking this. They don't take this turmeric, haldi. They are not having this habitual. They are not habitual of taking this haldi. But in Asian countries, in our countries, we are taking the haldi on the daily basis. We are taking haldi on the daily basis. But they are having the problem now. They are importing this haldi from India in capsules. वो खाने में तो नहीं बनाते, लेकिन वो शाम को खाने के बाद एक कैप्सूल खा लेते हैं हल्दी का. I have seen in number of companies in गुजरात में मैं गया तो वहाँ पर कंपनी जो है वो हल्दी भर रही थी, हल्दी का पाउडर कैप्सूल्स में. तो वो वहाँ मशीन में हल्दी भर रहे थे. तो मैंने उनको बोला कि ये क्या आपको, तो ये वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज में जाता है क्योंकि haldi is having, this turmeric is having one very much medicinal properties, that Alzheimer's disease is lesser in Asian countries. ये भूलने की जो है वो लेस है इन आवर कंट्रीज विद द पैसेज ऑफ द एज के, और वहां पर वो ज्यादा है. So they have found that this is because the Asian countries take these haldi. Now people take this haldi as in capsules because they don't have any preparation of that. ये haldi डालनी कैसे, ठीक है? They are in their menu there is a latte. They when you go to their restaurants they will you will find in their menus there is a latte. They take as a latte. What is latte? Somebody मेरी तरह से कोई गया तो उसने बोला भाई ये मैंने तो सब कुछ पिया है, ब्लैक टी दिस मैं लॉटे पीता हूँ. तो लॉटे क्या था वहाँ पर मिल्क में हल्दी डाल के, तो बोला ये तो हम डेली खाते रहते हैं, ठीक है. और एक चीज को देखने की बात है कि हमारे फ्रॉम द फोर फादर्स एंड फ्रॉम बुजुर्गों से हमने जो सीखा है ना, दे आर हैविंग सम थॉट्स. उन्होंने ऐसे नहीं मारे हैं तुक्के, उनको पता था कि भाई कुछ ना कुछ इसमें है. Why have they have asked you to take this haldi in milk? Why not in water? किसी ने सोचा? नहीं. पानी में डालोगे ये घुलेगी नहीं, मिल्क में घुलती है. जब आप दूध में डालोगे घुल जाती है, ठीक है ना. पानी में डालोगे तो इसकी क्रिस्टल्स बन जाएंगे ऊपर, आपको पानी दिखेगा ही नहीं हल्दी डाली है क्या नहीं है. तो तभी बोला जाता है कि भाई आपको दूध में पियो, ठीक है. तो नंबर ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट्स, हर्बल जूसेस, हर्बल ड्रिंक्स, ठीक है. चाइना एंड थाईलैंड इसमें आगे है, तो हमने हर्बल एलोवेरा जूस का जो है, एलोवेरा का जो है वहां पर हर्बल ड्रिंक भी है, उसका मेडिसिनल भी है, उसका लोशंस भी बनते हैं. तो दिस इज द केस विद दिस हर्बल वेयर. यू कैन से हर्बल चॉकलेट्स एंड स्वीट्स. यू कैन सी द डाइट चॉकलेट. दिस इज द शुगर फ्री चॉकलेट द पीपल विल टेक. योर मेन्यू शुड बी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम अदर, ठीक है. जब आप रेस्टोरेंट खोलोगे तो आप अगर वाइल्ड वेजिटेबल्स का खोलते हो तो आपका मेन्यू में लिखना होना चाहिए कि वी केयर फॉर योर हेल्थ, वी आर नॉट बिहाइंड द मनी. हम पैसे के पीछे नहीं है, वी केयर फॉर योर हेल्थ, ठीक है. आई एम गिविंग यू द शुगर फ्री, आई एम गिविंग यू द चॉकलेट बट दैट इज द डाइट चॉकलेट, ओके. आई एम गिविंग यू दिस ब्रह्मी एक्सट्रैक्ट, हर्बल एक्सट्रैक्ट्स आर देयर, some extraction plant drugs, herbal cosmetics will be there, that is called as the cosmeceuticals, okay. So these are the these are the cosmetics which are prepared by the CMAP, okay. So the number of these, rosemary is there, this is the most spray, Relaxomap, number of the products which are. Then we are talking about the nutraceuticals. Nutraceuticals is that when you are making some products which are nutritional as well as when you are taking it from the daily point of view, you are putting something in the herbal products on that, you making them as a nutraceutical. CMAP first, it's an, you can say the functional foods, anti-diabetic आटा, बाबा रामदेव ने निकाल दिया एंटी-डायबिटिक आटा, ठीक है. जिसमें ये वाले जो हैं, ये आपकी जो है ना, ये आज का जो है डाया फ्लोर जो आपका आज का चला है मिलेट्स में. तो नंबर ऑफ द मिलेट्स जो है ये लोगों ने पहले छोड़ दिया था, अब ये फिर खाना शुरू कर दिया, ठीक है ना. मैंने पहले भी कई लेक्चर्स में बोला है कि जो चीज़ हम छोड़ते हैं हमारी मजबूरी छुड़वाती है. हम जब गरीब होते हैं हम, तो हम अमीरों के पीछे भागते हैं, जिनको बोलते हैं टेक्नोलॉजी एडवांस टेकर्स, वो एडवांस टेकर्स होते हैं. तो जब हमारे पास फ़ोन आया था, तो हम जब किसी के पास पहले फ़ोन आया तो हमने बोला कि नहीं ये तो बड़े लोगों की चीज़ है, हमने क्या करना है. लेकिन टेक्नोलॉजी को हम लेट अडॉप्टर्स हैं, वो अर्ली अडॉप्टर्स हैं. तो टेक्नोलॉजी को लेट अडॉप्टर्स में, किसी भी चीज़ में लेट अडॉप्टर्स होता है. जिस किसी फार्मर के पास हम जाएंगे, आप ये करो, तो कतराता है फार्मर कि मैं ये करूं कि नहीं. आप लोगों को जब हम बोलेंगे ये बिजनेस करो, आप बोलोगे नहीं करूं कि नहीं करूं, करूं कि नहीं करूं, किसमें टाइम निकलेगा आपका, ठीक है. जाऊं कि नहीं जाऊं, करूं कि नहीं करूं. तो योर डिसीजन मेकिंग पावर इज वेरी मच लेस. उनका डिसीजन पावर जो होता है वो हाई होता है, ठीक है ना. दे टेक द डिसीजन एंड दे आर सक्सेसफुल पीपल, ठीक है ना. तो हमने जब आपको किसकी बात कर रहा था मैं भूल जाता हूँ. बाबा रामदेव के कहा था कि भाई ये प्रोडक्ट्स जो है हम अमीरों के पीछे जाते हैं, हम लोग अमीरों के पीछे हमारे ये. तो अमीरों ने हमें जहाँ पर पहुँचाया, इफ यू टेक द एग्रीकल्चर, उन्होंने बोला कि भाई नहीं आप एग्रीकल्चर एडॉप्टर्स जो है वो उन्होंने बोला भाई आप तो ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन करो, आप यूरिया खाद छोड़ दो जी, डाई खाद छोड़ दो. और वापस हमने वो शुरू कर दिया. हमने वो जब शुरू किया तो लोग आ गए वापस कहाँ पर, ऑर्गेनिक. अब ऑर्गेनिक लेना जो है वो, मैं इस पे एक छोटी सी एक क्लिप बताता हूँ आपको कि दिल्ली में एक मियाँ बीवी थे और वो डेली जाते थे एक वेंडर के पास अपनी सब्जी लेने के लिए, और उस वेंडर ने एक थैले में उनके लिए सब्जी रखी होती थी। तो वो उसको पूछ रहे थे कि भाई उस मेरे जैसा बंदा गया वहां पर, उसको क्यूरियोसिटी रही कि भाई ये क्या करता है, इनके लिए स्पेशल सब्जी रखता है। तो उसने उनको पूछा कि भाई क्या बात है भाई, इनके लिए कौन सी सब्जी रखते हो, बोला आप नहीं खरीदोगे वो। उसको रहा वो, तो उसने अल्टीमेटली उससे पूछा कि भाई नहीं, बोला मैं वो बैंगन जिसमें कीड़ा लगा है वो इस थैले में रख देता हूँ, वो कद्दू जिसमें कीड़ा रखा है वो इसमें रख देता हूँ, जो भी सब्जी थोड़ी सी खराब है वो इसमें रख देता हूँ। तो उन्होंने बोला ये खराब सब्जी लेते हैं, घर में गाय रखी होगी। तो उस साइंटिस्ट था वो जो ले जाता था, उसको पता था कि भाई जितना भी, तो उससे पूछा गया कि भाई आप क्यों लेते हो ये बैंगन जिसमें कीड़ा है। तो बोला कि जब कीड़ा इज द बेस्ट इंडिकेटर दैट इन दैट वेजिटेबल द पेस्टिसाइड लोड इज मिनिमम, वहां मिनिमम है उसमें। तो कीड़ा एक बेस्ट इंडिकेटर है, उसी को अटैक करेगा जिसमें पेस्टिसाइड लोड जो है वो कम होगा। लेकिन हम क्या करेंगे, हम बाजार में जाएंगे सॉफ्ट लेके आएंगे। तो सॉफ्ट एप्पल ने आपने भी देखा होगा, जितना भी सॉफ्ट एप्पल है उसमें आपने स्प्रे किए होते हैं 15-20। जिसमें आप स्प्रे नहीं करोगे आपको उस पे दाग भी दिखेगा, सबको वो खरीदने के लिए आप रेडी, ठीक है। इसी तरह से जब लड़का लड़की देखने जाता है, जो फ्रेश लड़का वो सारा दागी होता है, ठीक है ना, उसमें स्प्रे होता है, ठीक है। तो उस पे मत जाओ, उसकी क्वालिटी की तरफ जाओ, ठीक है, उसकी क्वालिटी की तरफ जाना है। तो ये है डिफरेंस कि भाई आपको ऑर्गेनिक पे कैसे आना है। ये ऑर्गेनिक डजंट मींस ऑर्गेनिक पे आवे। ये इन लोगों ने हमें क्या दिखाया, इन लोगों ने दिखाया हमें कि भाई आपने मार्बल टाइलें लगानी है, तो हम बैठ गए, कमर भी बैठ गए, सर्दियां भी ज्यादा। अब अमीरों ने क्या किया, अमीर ने आप सीढ़ी भी बना रहा है वो लकड़ी की, पैनलिंग करवा रहा है, लेकिन अब हमारी हिम्मत नहीं बन रही भाई वो लकड़ी खरीदने की। हम तो थे लकड़ी पे, लेकिन ले गई कि हमें वहां। अब वापस जब आना होता है किसी चीज पे, यही चीज मेडिसिनल प्लांट पे है भैया। आपको मेडिसिनल प्लांट अभी कोई नहीं बोलेगा कि आप होम्योपैथी पे जाओ, एलोपैथी पे जाओ, ये लोग चले गए। अगर आप हाई फाई लोगों से पूछो, वो ये छोटे मोटे सिर दर्द के लिए दवाई नहीं खाते। हम अभी भी जाते हैं मुश्ताक साहब के पास एजिथ्रोमाइसिन, जो लास्ट ड्रग है यूरोपियन कंट्रीज में, और इसमें एजिथ्रोमाइसिन 500, डोलो 650 पे पहुंच गए। अगर हमें 1000 मिली भी मिले ना, हम खाने के लिए तैयार हैं, ठीक है ना, प्लेट में खाने के लिए तैयार हैं। लेकिन ये लोग जो हैं हेल्थ कॉन्शियस हैं, जो अडॉप्टर्स हैं वो हेल्थ कॉन्शियस हैं, उनको पता चल गया कि ये क्या है। वो ब्लैक टी पीते हैं। जब आप ब्लैक टी खरीदने जाते हो श्रीनगर के मार्केट में, क्या मार्केट है वो अपना कैश एंड कैरी, पिक एंड चूज, वहां जाओगे, रोजमेरी इन स्पेशल पैक यू विल फाइंड 200 रुपीज, उनकी वो गई रोजमेरी, ठीक है ना। आप जो पीते थे कहवा वो आपको छुड़वा दिया, आपको लगा दिया कॉफी पे, आपको लगा दिया लिप्टन चाय पे, ठीक है ना। अब वापस आना है आपको ऑर्गेनिक पे। दैट ऑर्गेनिक इज वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट कि भाई वो वापस आना नहीं, हमें अडॉप्ट करना है, हमें अडॉप्ट करना है। मैं नहीं बोलता हूँ कि छोटी मोटी बीमारियों के लिए आप दवाई ले लो, नहीं, छोटी मोटी बीमारी यू अवॉइड दोस थिंग्स, you avoid those things, then you can make the things better. This is the larvae. बहुत सारे इंसेक्टिसाइड और पेस्टिसाइड जो है वो अब इन दवाइयों से हमारे से बना है। जितने भी एरोमेटिक क्रॉप्स हैं, they are very much important to spray. We can spray these herbal insecticides on the crops and byproduct utilization. And these are the some of the, I have listed some of the crops where you can make these value-added products. These are the juices, gels, powders, skincare products, and all these value-added products are present there. And value-added products and aromatic crops, distillation, and some of the chemicals, and blah blah and blah. Okay, perfume and hydrosols and this and that. Now I will ask you that anyone you have think about this supercritical fluid extraction, SFE, supercritical fluid extraction. What is that?
CO2 extraction.
CO2 extraction. What's CO2 extraction? Because I have given this topic of extraction, we are having this simple. One thing is that in aromatic crops or any other cases, we do the hydrodistillation. We do the hydrodistillation. If we cannot say that, we can say that we do the distillation. Whether it is a distillation, either hydrodistillation or any other distillation, but why? How much of the material you should put into the flask? If it is in a lab, we should have the 2:1. One part of the material and 2 part of the solvents. Okay, either it is a water or any other solvent you should have. Why? Can you think about why? Why we are using the water? In other cases we use the water, and in another case we use the solvent, for example hexane, ethyl alcohol or something that. Why?
So because of the polarity and non-polarity of the
Polarity and non-polarity is one thing. The simple answer for that, any other simple?
different जो bioactive compounds होते हैं सारे like water से extract नहीं
नहीं होते. Second thing, third thing, which is the basic. One thing is that the water boils at 100 degrees centigrade. You need that 100 to boil, keep it boil. But in other cases, the solvents, some solvents boil at their boiling point is low.
low like methanol.
Okay, their boiling point is low. In case of this, their boiling point is high when you use the water. You have to keep it in 100 degrees centigrade in a regular manner. Okay, then why? Another question is that why we say that it should be a 2:1, 2 parts of the solvent and 1 part of the product. These are the basic things which anyone asks you, and you when you start your business, you should know that it should be agitating. It should be as ample space to agitate. Agitate क्या हुआ? उछलना.
Yes, sir.
वो उछलना चाहिए material. It is not that you put the material fixed into that and your material. It should be agitating one. Then you are all these glands. Where these aromatic glands? Where these aromatic is present in the plant? In which part of the plant these aromatics are present? Huh? In which? Where this manufacturing house? Where is the manufacturing house? You will think about that. You are doing the medicine MSc and medicine aromatic plants. You should think about these questions. Where from this? Okay? If I will ask you, you will not remember. One thing is that why this supercritical this fluid extraction SAFE, supercritical SCFE, supercritical fluid extraction. If we talk about this supercritical fluid extraction, इसमें वापस कैसे हो जाता है? नहीं, बंद करना है तो वापस फोल्डर पे जाना है. होम पे तो गया ही. यहाँ okay, cryo. We will talk about this supercritical fluid extraction. Why? I will ask you one question. Why the carbon dioxide is used in that? In supercritical fluid extraction, we use the liquid carbon dioxide. Is the source. The carbon dioxide moves into the biomass, and then it will become the what? Your extraction will be at what stage? When it is supercritical. At what stage we can call it supercritical? When the biomass is at 3 stages, it is liquid, solid, and gas form. Then we call it as a triple point. We call it a triple point. Where the critical point is that? No. The critical point is that the two things, gas and liquid. But the gas is not exactly the characteristics of the gas. It is different from that. The liquid is not a liquid. The viscosity of the liquid is more, and the gas, it is not thinner, it is a denser gas. The stage at which the gas, जहां पर गैस की पोजीशन ऐसी हो जाए कि वो थिक है than the gas, molecules of the gas जो है वो थिनर होते हैं, लेकिन यहाँ पर थिक होता है, और लिक्विड जो है वो आपका इतना ज्यादा हो कि उसकी लिक्विड प्रॉपर्टीज भी हो और गैस की प्रॉपर्टी भी, then we call it as a critical point. That is a critical point. Then we call it as supercritical fluid extraction. वो supercritical fluid extraction जो है by SFE, where we put this liquid carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide, why the carbon dioxide is used? One thing is that it is not toxic. The very much important thing, we cannot use the any other, because the carbon dioxide, you can take the carbon dioxide. It's not toxic. Food को toxic नहीं बनाता है. One thing is that. Then the second thing is that it reaches very early the temperature and pressure. To make anything supercritical, you need the control on temperature and the pressure. Temperature and pressure. The carbon dioxide is having the ability to reach that supercritical stage at very early stage, at very temperature. It doesn't need the high temperature. 30s में जो है वो critical stage पे पहुंच जाता है और इस pressure पे, ठीक है? इसमें मैंने कहीं पर लिखा होगा. So this is one technique where you can say this is the carbon dioxide cylinder, these are the pumps, and then this is your extractor, and these are the junction, and these are the extractant. Then we can extract this carbon dioxide is in circulation. It comes again into the carbon dioxide cylinder. हम इसको कंडेंस कर देते हैं, फिर टेम्परेचर बढ़ा के फिर कंडेंस कर देते हैं और फिर लिक्विड फॉर्म में फिर हमारे पास इस सिलेंडर में आ जाता है. ठीक है? यहाँ पर आपको दिखाया हुआ this is the super critical fluid stage. This is the gas and this one is the liquid. At this stage it becomes the supercritical. Then we are having one thing, that is the another one is that if you talk about this cryo grinding. The term cryogenic originates from the Greek word which means the cold. Cryo grinding. Why cryo grinding is important? It is a cold. All these aromas जितने भी होते हैं वो सारे के सारे जो होते हैं वो बहुत छोटे से टेम्परेचर में भी अरोमा जो है वो आपका ऑर्डर लेस हो जाता है. ठीक है? तो क्रायो ग्राइंडिंग जो है वो आपका कोल्ड में होता है. कोल्ड ग्राइंडिंग. In other words, you can say the cold grinding. Anyone can go to into this business. For example, हमारा सौंफ है या हमारे पास कर्क्यूमिन है या हमारे पास कोई भी मसाला जितने भी हमारे होते हैं इनका वैल्यू क्यों है? Because of this aroma. तो अरोमा जो है वो हाई टेम्परेचर, जितना भी छोटा सा हाई टेम्परेचर होगा जहां पर आप ग्राइंड भी करोगे ना बाय हैंड से, वो आपका जो है वो उड़ जाएगा. तो क्रायो ग्राइंडिंग इज वन ऑफ दैट इन केस ऑफ दैट वी यूज द लिक्विड नाइट्रोजन. This is LN2 liquid nitrogen tank. Okay. ठीक है? So this is the liquid nitrogen gas. That is why the liquid nitrogen makes it very cool. Okay? So this is the case where we can use this for making the powders, so that our biochemical compounds will not get degraded, our aroma will not get degraded. So by this way we have talked about these different methods of the extraction. We are having this Soxlet. We are having the Soxlet apparatus for extraction of the material. We are having this. If we talk about this hydrodistillation, then we are having the clavengers. We can use those clavengers. And for industrial purpose or commercial purpose, you are having the distillation units. Where the plant material doesn't comes contact with this into water. It is with the case of this and then we are having this supercritical fluid extraction where you can extract the material. You will identify which part of the material. Then we are having the thin layer chromatography. Then you are having the HPLC. Then you are having the GCMS, MS. Gas chromatography and mass spectroscopy, and this is the liquid nitrogen is used for this cryo grinding. So by this way we have tried to talk you about the something to instinct and something to आप सोच सको कि भाई आप किस चीज में आप जाना चाहते हैं. ठीक है?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.